there, Carrie here. Just wanted to do a video real quick because I have had a pretty miserable last 2 days and nights. I am a diabetic. Been a diabetic for around 15 years. A lot of those times it's been uncontrolled. I'll go through spurts where it's controlled, medicine's working good, insulin's working good, and then it'll be uncontrolled. I was on pills up until about 9 months ago. 9 months ago, it was just out of control, so the doctor put me on insulin. So right now I take 3 pills a day and 2 shots of insulin if my sugar's high in the morning and in the evening, or just 1 shot of insulin in the evening. So that's what I have to do right now. The medicine sometimes makes me sick. The pills will make me sick to my stomach, nauseous, dizzy. Sometimes I throw up. I thought I had it under control because I hadn't been getting sick. You have to eat to take it. Sometimes I don't feel like eating, so I have to make myself just eat something small so that I can take it. Sometimes I'll eat something wrong and the medicine will be like, nope, your body don't need that, so it will make me sick. The past 2 nights I have been sick, like miserably sick. I didn't think I eat anything bad. I hadn't overeaten, hadn't eaten anything horrible for it to make me sick, but I've been sick. Been up most of the night, nauseous, running back and forth to the bathroom, praying that I would throw up, but not throwing up. Drinking Pepto-Bismol like it's nobody's business. So, just been miserable. So, being an uncontrolled diabetic is my major reason for wanting to have the surgery. In my first video I talked about, I found out that I had the beginning stages of diabetic retinopathy in my left eye, which is the beginning stages of going blind. So that is why I pursued the surgery, to try to stop that. If not, just stop it from progressing and not getting any worse. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have the surgery. I've been big pretty much my whole life. Being big, it's just something that I've dealt with, that I deal with. Surgery wouldn't have been an option if I wouldn't have told that I had that. So, just been sick. I'm tired of worrying about what I eat, making me sick. I went out with friends on Saturday to a bachelorette party, and before I went out, I noticed that my big toe on my left foot, like the toenail, was cracked. So I sat down and I looked at it, and my toenail was completely coming off on my big toe on my left foot. So I ended up having to pull that off, and it didn't even hurt, which is a scary thing in itself because it should have hurt. So then I went out with my friends on Saturday, and I fell going up a sidewalk. Me and my friend both fell because the sidewalk was just ridiculous, so we both tripped. Don't wear new flip-flops when you're going out drinking with friends, because it just doesn't end up well. So I fell up the sidewalk and completely skinned the bottom of my big toe on my right foot. So now I have a skinned right toe and a toenail gone from my left foot. If you know anything about being a diabetic, you know that you have to be especially careful with your feet, because we don't heal as well or as fast as others who don't have it, and anything like that can cause an infection, which can lead to amputation. I had a friend whose mom stepped on a tack or something, just a little place, just a little tack, got infected, couldn't get it to heal, had to have her leg amputated from just below the knee down. So I've always been real careful with my feet. My grandmother was a diabetic, and she wasn't even allowed to cut her own toenails. She had to go to a podiatrist to even get her toenails cut. I don't do that, like I cut my own, but I do worry that when something happens to my feet, I'm usually pretty careful. I worry about infection. I worry about amputation. So I've been doctoring these up pretty well. I haven't wore shoes, closed-toed shoes or socks since Saturday. Just been wearing flip-flops just to make sure that there's nothing going to rub it, nothing going to cause it irritation, nothing going to cause it any pain. Like I said, the toenail that's gone doesn't hurt at all. My toe hurts and I limp around on that, but I've been doctoring up pretty well with peroxide and, you know, the triple antibiotic cream. So that's one thing I won't worry about if I get to have the surgery, is having to worry about if I get a cut, if I get hurt, am I going to heal? Is it going to turn into infection? Is it going to just turn into something major? So really looking forward to that. I had originally wanted the gastric sleeve, but my surgeon said that there's not enough medical evidence to prove 100% sure that the gastric sleeve can reverse or stop, take away, however you want to say it, being a diabetic. So I'm going to have the bypass because there is the medical evidence to prove that. So I'm going to show you guys what it is a day in my life with how I take my sugar, how I give myself a shot. So if you're not familiar with a diabetic, know a diabetic, ever been around somebody who has to do this will give you some idea of what we go through, or what I go through personally a day. Some people are a lot worse off, some people are a lot better. This is just my personal experience and what I go through a day, and my main reason for having the gastric bypass surgery. So let me show you guys. Okay, so this is what's called a glucometer. It measures the amount of sugar that is in my blood. So I do this twice a day, and then my insulin level will vary how much I give myself depending on how much this says that there is sugar in my blood. So it's a finger prick, so I'm going to show you guys that. So if you're squeamish or whatever with needles or blood, it's not going to be a lot of blood, but there is a needle, so don't watch. So this is the little needle thing. Pull it back. You just pick a finger. Mine are all bruised and sore because, like I said, I have to do this every day. So you just prick your finger. I never get used to it. I've been a diabetic for, like I said, 15 years. Never get used to doing this, so you just pluck it, and then you want to squeeze and get just a little drop of blood. Not a lot. Just takes a little bit. So then you take this little strip, which is what measures it, put it in the bottom of the machine, like that. And then you wait for it to tell you that it's okay to do it. Okay, so that's telling me that it's okay to do. So then I'm going to take the drop of blood and put it in the bottom, and then let it count it down. Maybe a little high. I didn't really have much to eat today. I had it's 178, which is high. It's not horribly high compared to mine. Most of the time, it can run in the 200s, like close to 300, which is, sorry, I just did that, which is, you know, normal for me, but it's very high. This is somewhat high. It's not as high as I thought it was going to be because I had a bacon, egg, and cheese little biscuit thing today, and a half of a grilled cheese and a little cup of chicken corn chowder. So not too bad, 178. So I do need to give myself some insulin because it is a little high. My doctor wants it to be between 99 and 125. That's what my doctor wants for me. For different people, it varies. Just depends on your doctor and where they want yours to be. So this is a little high for me, so I'm going to give myself a shot, and I'll show you guys that. So hold on. Okay, so this is an insulin pen. It's pre-filled, and I just turn this little dial to how much insulin I want to give myself, and then give myself a shot in the stomach. Mine varies just depending on what my sugar is because it was only 178 today, which is high, but like I said, it's not like drastically high to me. I'm only going to give myself 14 units of this. So you take the lid off. There is a needle under here, just a little needle. I roll it to 2. Make sure that the stuff shoots out, and it does. So then I roll it to 14. Sorry about the angle of this, but it's going to be the easiest way for me to show you how I give myself a shot in the stomach. So again, I do this once a day, twice a day if my sugar's high in the morning, but in the mornings it's been running fine. I haven't been having any trouble. It's in the evenings after I've eaten and I'm non-fasting that I usually have to give myself a shot. So let me show you how I do that. So here's my belly, my fat stomach. So you just pinch it and then you stick it in. And then you push the little plunger until it all goes in. Doesn't really hurt. It's relatively painless. Don't really feel it. My stomach's all bruised up, just like my fingers from giving myself a shot so much. So that's what I have to do twice a day. Hey there. Just watched that video back. I wanted to clarify something that I said in the first clip when I said I'm tired of having to worry about what I eat. I know that when I have the surgery, I'm still going to have to worry about what I eat. I'm going to have to worry about what I eat for the rest of my life. And I know that. So just didn't want anybody to think that I thought the surgery was going to make it so that I could eat anything I want. I totally know that that's not the case. So just wanted to make that clear. Got the video all done. Just wanted you guys to see that. Hope that it just shed some light onto what other people may go through and why other people may have the surgery. Everybody has their reasons. Everybody's reasons are valid. Nobody's reasons are better than anybody else's. But this is just why I want to have the surgery. And I just wanted to make sure that I clarified what I said in the first clip. I know I'm going to have to watch what I eat. So keep you guys updated as things go along. Had my last weigh-in on Monday. Waiting for the insurance approval. So I'm hoping to have the surgery in the middle of next month, which would be September. So if I get a date or if anything happens and I get denied, I'll be sure to let you guys know. See you guys.